Hey, what's up, YouTube? Cam and Chris back again with another video. We got another Bill Burr. This clip is Bill Burr. No reason to hit a woman, right?
Okay.
Is it ever a reason to hit a woman?
I want to say no, but
what?
I mean sometimes. Not saying sometimes, but it's never.
What if she hit you
It's
first?
never. Maybe it's not right to hit a woman, but it may be a reason to hit a woman.
Right.
Like,
that might be what he gonna say. It might not be good to do.
Right,
but it's a reason.
Can you get
but
a
you
reason?
shouldn't do
But
it.
you shouldn't do it.
It's a reason to punch an old lady.
Could be
But
sometimes,
you shouldn't do it.
you shouldn't do it. Yeah, I mean, that may be why it's in the way it's worded. No reason, he said, but
Not punch an old lady. I'm just joking. But y'all be like, this dude crazy.
don't punch an old lady.
But
That's why we just said you wouldn't do it.
Right, no.
You shouldn't do it. But can they make you mad enough?
Yeah.
Just saying.
All right, let's see what he talking about.
One time she was watching this show, it was like a poor excuse for The View, when they started talking about domestic violence, right? For the 9 millionth time this year, they're talking about domestic violence, just in case, you didn't get the memo, Evidently, just some people didn't get it. It's not okay to slam your wife's head into the cupboard drawers because she didn't dry the can opener off properly, It's gonna fucking rust, right? How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? Who it's like wife beaters watching? Oh, fuck! Ah! Now I get it. Up to Daisy, sweetheart. Here we go. There you go. Oh.
Yeah, they not watching The View. That's true.
So at the end of the hour, they come to the logical conclusion. They're like, there is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I could give you like 17 right off the top of my head. You could wake me from a drunken stupor, I could still give you like 9. Dude, there's plenty of reasons to hit a woman. You just don't do it. But to sit there and suggest that there's no reason. Dude, the level of ego behind that statement. What are you, levitating above the rest of us? You're never annoying?
Annoying.
Women, how many times have you thought about slapping your fucking guy in the head this week? There you go. Every day. You didn't do it, right?
Oh my God.
Dude, it drives me nuts. There's no reason. There's no reason. Really? No reason? How about this? You marry a girl, you fall in love, you buy her a house. You go to work every day paying off the house. You come home one day, she's banging the next door neighbor, hands you divorce papers. You got to move out, sleep on a futon, and still pay for that house that she's going to stay in. No reason.
Wow.
I'm not saying you should do it, but there's plenty of fucking...
That's a lot of
Sleeping on a
reasons.
futon alone.
That's a reason.
We did that.
I know, and if you gotta do, we weren't even like grown, so to be a grown man,
After he done lived in his own house.
right? And not only somebody else sleeping in the bed that you actually got,
And they boyfriend.
right? That's their boyfriend sleeping in your bed, while you on a futon. Oh, that's the reason. Oh, like
Dudes be going crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
That was reason after reason, like you just said. Wow, futon.
reasons in that arc of a story. The fucking reasons in that arc of a story. No, that's the thing. Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, but saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out? Look how awkward it is in here right now. I said you shouldn't hit a woman. I'm just saying, how come you can't ask questions? You can only ask questions about what the guy did. You can never ask about the woman. Why is that? Why is that? What is that? What does answer him right mean? What does that mean? Are you the idiot who got up halfway through the special during the bit and you're like
Why
walking
would she
around
say so?
like I'm not fucking taping a special here? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Wow.
Fucking had to ignore all of that, and now you're gonna like yell out, and not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Answer him. Answer him.
Oh, she should be embarrassed.
Every fucking special I do, there's always one. Always right down the fucking middle.
Oh.
Talking about hitting women, sweetheart. And I think you just added another reason.
Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ. I love this. I'm not even in a relationship with her, and she's fucking nagging me. It's fucking unbelievable. Look, I understand hitting a woman's a bad thing, okay? Well, how come you can't fucking ask questions? I just don't understand. Like, if I get bit by a rattlesnake, wouldn't you guys have some questions? Right? How did it happen? Did you not see it? Were you fucking with it? How did this snake get so mad it almost killed you? Firemen put out a fire. They don't just drive away afterwards. They sift through the debris. How did it start? Here's an oily rag, right? Look, I realize I'm coming off pretty ignorant right about now. I realize that. Let me extend an olive branch then, okay? I realize that there's some animal guys out there, okay? Horrible guys, you know, have a rough day at the factory, come home, tuna casserole, and just start swinging, all right? I'm not trying to say that those people don't exist. I realize they exist. They should be buried underneath the prison, okay? So if I can admit that, ladies, can you at least admit that every ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky? Really?
Why you say wow?
Even hockey has 2 minutes for instigating, right? They understand that some back and forth happened before that shit, you know?
What you think about that?
Well, I think that sometimes it don't have to be.
I'm saying in the rare case where the guy just hit you for doing nothing, just bop.
Maybe you didn't do. It could be you not doing it at that moment. He could just. Sometimes if he in a bad mood and you could have not necessarily did something, but it could just be something you like a move you made, a look you made, like he just said, made tuna casserole. You may not necessarily did anything to him directly, and some men are just like that, just because they mad, just because they can't, right?
And you there.
So I don't want to make it seem like we like, oh yeah, if a woman get hit, it was something that
she
every time, right? That she provoked it, because sometimes a man could just be, and not to say that's that he having a bad day. You his punching bag, unfortunately. Yeah. And you could just say, hey honey, and he smack you because he didn't want to be spoke to at that moment. It could be, if you in that type of relationship, unfortunately. Sometimes it could be absolutely no reason. That it has just because that's how y'all are. Y'all relationship is. That's how he is. And you happen to, unfortunately. So I don't want to make it seem like we just like, oh, the woman is always, it's going to be a reason. No.
What do you say, it's 50%?
No. I wouldn't say 50% either, because that's high.
That's high.
I mean,
but who knows?
I do think it can happen, like
unprovoked.
Yeah, some men, a person. I don't want to just say man. It could be. Some people are just violent people and want people to be just like causing pain.
Right.
I mean, now we getting off, and now we taking it to this supposed to be a comedy, and we getting into some serious stuff. So.
Back to the video, because you never know.
You never know
if she provoked it or if he just that kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
You don't know.
You know what it is? Is every case is handled like that Rihanna one, where they just say, the guy's a piece of shit, fuck this guy, blah, 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 send him to jail, and then they never ask anything about that. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I'm just saying. Just saying, dude, in your heart of hearts.
Like,
what do you think was going down before that happened? You think she was just sitting there going, oh my God, Baskin Robbins, you want to get some ice cream? And he fucking...
oh, man.
You know? Or do you think maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said? Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck! Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker. Right? To be fair, she could have just been sitting there going, I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box? Oh my God, I'll bring my out.
That's what I'm saying. It could be. That was a good example.
Now, fuck that, because you know what it is? They never address how women argue, which I think is the core of a lot of that shit. You know? And I gotta tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued. But after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition.
Turn it around.
This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call them a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right? And they won't hook up with you for a couple of days. Who cares? Who cares? You rub one out. Rub one out like a man. It's the champagne of victory.
Oh my goodness.
That's the champagne of victory.
My
Oh, that was a
goodness.
good.
I've never seen that.
Huh?
I've never seen that clip at all. I've never. That was.
That was funny, man. He said you rub one out. It's the champagne of victory.
Oh wow.
I'm thinking more. He said some. I forgot. Did he finish the joke? Like, cause I see they was kind of chopping that one
I saw
out.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, you think people say stuff to make, like, we be saying that, we be talking about that, like, people say stuff, and then that they got to come back and apologize. Like,
Yeah, see.
we be like, how you say that? Because if you say something evil and mean, you meant it. And I don't want you to apologize for saying that.
Yeah.
Because you said it.
And you meant it when
You
said
meant it when you said it, so
Especially
now
if you
don't
really
take it
thought
back.
about it. You thought about what you just said.
Something that really hurt.
Yeah. No, you can't apologize. You can't come back from that.
Right.
To me, you can't apologize.
No, because you knew it was gonna hurt. You said it. I mean, you meant it.
Yeah.
But we off topic. That was Bill Burr. No reason to hit a woman. That was a good one.
And he pretty much said what we were saying before the video. Heck, may not be right, but
Right. May not be right, but it's a reason.
Then again, it may not
I
be
say
a reason
that all the
because it
time
could just
about
be,
any other situations.
Yeah.
You might say he shouldn't have did that. That was wrong, but it was a reason. Might not agree with the reason, but.
Yeah.
But that's Bill Burr. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all. See y'all.
Like the video, please. That was funny.